Hello everybody, and welcome to my Step 8 presentation today of the Jim McLean 8-step swing. Now, the 8 steps are the different positions that we look at in your golf swing when you come here for a lesson, and how we analyze tour professionals and their swings. And it's how we come up with our fundamentals and how we conduct our research. So, the Step 8 position today, the last one, is the finish and rebound position. So, before I get into my fundamentals, drills, and death moves to avoid, I'd like to recap the previous 2 positions. We know that everything at address is different when we get to impact. My lead wrist is flat or slightly bowed, my trail wrist is cocked, my club shaft is de-lofted, and my hands are more ahead. Of course, my knees and my hips are more open. As we go to the Step 7 position, the club, my hands, my arms, and my shoulders form a triangle, and that triangle is maintained to the Step 7 position, and the club is pointing in between my arms right at my body. Also, the club, my hands, my shoulders, and arms are rotating in unison past the golf ball with my hips as well. The club shaft is parallel to the ground with our right arm, almost forming a straight line. Now as we come into the exit position, which we all know, the club shaft should be exiting between our shaft plane at address and the Hogan plane up to our neck, right around that shoulder, just under it. And now we go to the finish position and the rebound. So we have found a couple fundamentals in the finish position and things you want to look for. As you can see here in my finish position, the club is pointing at the camera here, or it may come just a little more towards the target. It's never going to be back here. The club is at the camera or just in front. That left arm is very important in that position. Note how all of my weight now is on my lead leg. My right foot is just a prop. I'm just tapping my toe. I'm standing very tall here. We see a death move where players get weight onto their right side and they're a reverse C. We don't want to see this happen. We want to see you standing tall, your body stacked on top of each other on a flat lead foot with the club pointing here. Now, we also have noticed where the club rests. Here at the Jim McLean School, we like that club to be on your neck or in between your ears. This is a good idea for where you want to finish with that golf club. On your neck or through your ears, standing tall. Notice here how if I were to set up to this golf ball and if I were to make a swing, my weight is fully on the left side, and note my whole body is now ahead of the golf ball except for my right foot, which we'll talk about a little bit later in a drill. Now, there's a couple of things that you should go over in your finish position. Do you have optimum balance? Do you have optimum feel and feedback? So it's very important to be balanced in that finish position. We're not weight back or falling over when we get to a finish position like we see some of our students. You want to be balanced. You also want to have feedback. Was that a good swing? Did I hit the shot I wanted to hit? How's my body? How are my positions? And feel, which might get sent to your brain right away. Okay, how did that swing feel? Did I have the feel that I wanted to have? How's my grip pressure? There's 4 things that a good finish position promote. They promote good grip pressure, good rhythm, good sequencing, and good rotation in your swing. If you get to a good finish, which is a great thought to have in golf, we always tell our students to have that thought, just swing and get to a full finish. That is a great thought to have. If you get to a full finish, you will improve on those 4 things. Now, a fundamental we have also found at the Jim McLean Golf School is that there is some spine tilt back towards the golf ball at the finish. I'll show you here. So when we're swinging, note how my spine is on an angle towards the golf ball. We are not staying in the same spine tilt that we have at address. That is not what we're doing. That's a misconception. We're swinging through, and there should be a little bit of our upper body tilting towards the golf ball. We don't want to be off balance, tilting away. That would be something we would change if we don't see that your spine is tilting more towards the target. Now, to go over a couple of death moves, things you don't want to do. There's the reverse C, which I spoke about. And there's also the hands getting really high and that weight coming back. That would be a death move, not a good finish position. Strive for the fundamentals that I taught you. Now, I like to use this club shaft and go over a very good drill that you can use. It is called the pocket drill. We are going to set up to this golf ball and place an alignment stick or a club or a towel or a head cover, whatever you may have. And we're going to set up to this golf ball like we're going to hit, and we're going to drop the club. You can put your hands wherever you want. But the purpose of this drill is to have our trail hip, the right hip for a right-handed golfer, to be where our left hip is in the finish position and certainly past this line. This is great to use for a driver as well as it is for an iron, but it's really good to use for a driver so you can really see how you're getting over to that right side. So I'll set up how I would if I was in a driver. Ball very forward, maybe just inside my right heel. I'm going to swing back to a strong coil. Could put my hands across my chest, and then I'm going to swing through to a tall finish, pausing. Note where my right hip is. Everything is ahead of that golf ball except for my foot. I'll do it again. Simulating a driver swing, backswing coil, through to a tall finish. Note here again, my right pocket has gotten to where I want it to be, and you could chop off my right foot. It is just tapping the ground. That pocket drill is a great drill that you can use if you're struggling to stay in balance in your finish position. Now, I would like to just go over a couple of fundamentals and recap what I went over in this presentation. So, the first thing, a great swing thought to have is get to a solid finish. Set up into your golf ball and make sure when you're swinging that you're fully balanced, you're having feel and feedback for your golf shot. And that could come in the form of a rebound as well. Tiger Woods was famous after he hit a golf shot. He would bring the club down and he would twirl it. When he did this, we knew that he hit a good shot. Some golfers will hit a shot, they'll bring the club down in front of their chest, and they'll lean in the direction in which they hit their golf shot. But it's very important to have a rebound so you don't have any built-up tension just staying there. We use Rory McIlroy's finish position as our pro example because he holds his finish position for a long time. We see a lot of golfers swing and they don't hold their finish. They don't hold it, and that's not good. You're not having the feedback and you're not having the feel, okay? You're missing out on those two very key things to pay attention to. Rory McIlroy's coach was great because he may hit a shot 40 yards to the right and miss the fairway, but he's still holding his finish. We tell a lot of our golfers, if not all of our golfers, to hold their finish. You might hear us say, stick your finish. So when you set up to that golf ball, we want you to hold your finish, go over how is everything, how is that swing, how did it feel, what is my feedback, am I balanced? Hold your finish and go through those three things, and you will improve your finish position.